Okay, for posterity, since there is a small handful that doesn't know me, my name is Mark Ball. I'm Vet Sports on eBay.com. I also own the Ball Breakers on Facebook, so I'm going to put this link in right now. If you're not part of that group, you need to. Some of these guys will tell you. Um, some of these guys will tell you that we've had a really good run with these smaller mixers. We do a variety of products, try and keep them manufacturer oriented, and switch up the years a little bit. So, like last time, we had two 2014 products and one 2015, and we've been pulling one of ones and nice autos and just various things. So, join that group there if you're not already part of it. I will be listing the new mixer tomorrow night. I am leaning towards Panini products for this next one to include the Clear Vision. Okay, so I'll be throwing that in with some 2014 product, and we'll go from there. Also, they were talking about that promos thing earlier. Tonight, the promo is still at $25. Okay, that's been untouched since we started using the progressive promo. So hopefully tonight that'll get refreshed, but we'll see how it goes. Again, that one will be going into more detail when I get between box 5 and 6. Okay, let me go ahead and get the boxes out. Yeah, they are budget friendly as well. I try and keep them within the 10 to 15 range per slot, and they're random teams. And they work out pretty good. Plus, compared to some other breakers, I do give you guys the opportunity to spend a day trying to negotiate with each other to trade for the teams that you guys might want. Okay. So let me read these teams to you guys real quick. Okay, and I'm going to have to scroll down. Like I said, it's quite a few lots that ended tonight. It was over 90 lots. Okay, I got AC Bickford, got the Giants, Jags, Panthers, and Saints. Smash Crew got the Raiders. Carey picked up the Texans, Dolphins, and Titans. Spurs Fanatic got the Chiefs. John picked up the Bears, Ravens, and Redskins. FL 33-133 picked up the Broncos. Yellow King picked up the 49ers tonight. American Pride picked up the Seahawks. Jess Minogue. Oh, okay, I see what it is. Monahan. Okay. Cowboys tonight. Okay, Jay Schmidt picked up the Packers. Kierfan picked up the Cards and Eagles. Okay, Clover picked up the Browns, Pats, and Bengals. Okay, Wanderer picked up the Steelers and Bucks, and he already announced it in the room, so we're cool there. Russo, 1973 picked up the Bills. Okay, Mean Green picked up the Colts. Pinstripe picked up the Lions. Stanglover picked up the Jets and the Chargers. Q picked up the Vikings and the Rams tonight. Hey Q, I think I had to go back and look, but I think you should have picked up the Reds the other day in that baseball inception. Pulled a 3 out of 5 Tomas out of it. Okay, and then the only one, like I said, is the Atlanta Falcons, and that's a guy goes by White Sox Are Us. Okay, so that's the teams for tonight, guys. Yeah, and that one will go good. Yeah, the Clear Vision, it's not as tightly packed as the what was it, Leaf Clear, but the also difference is it's about 30. No, it's about $40 cheaper per box too. So, okay. So if nobody's got any questions on that, let me go ahead and adjust my screen. We'll get to going, guys. And speaking of the devil, give me just a quick second, guys. This guy just paid. Let me get him the link. I knew it was going to end up happening just as I was getting started. Okay, so he's got the link. He'll pop in probably about the time frame that I finish with the getting the TV or getting the monitor squared away. Okay. Dang it. Okay. Guys, I readjusted my desk a little bit, and ever since then I can't seem to find quite the correct angle that I've been having. Okay, John, yes I did. Yes I did. And I also talked to, just so you know what's tracking, you and me talked on the phone. I talked to her. She's going to be out of town till later this week. So she's going to go ahead and get that stuff for you, or get that stuff deposited. Okay. What? Oh, okay. Cool. Did they put him in the Colts uniform for that? Or is he in the Broncos uniform? I guess if it's revision, it's going back to his old team. I hate to sound like an idiot, but I have no clue what a hypotenuse is. That sounds like a math term. Sweet. Okay. So I know who to contact when I start setting up the office that I want to set up. I'll go ahead and give you the general idea what I want to do, and I'll have you help me line it up. I'm trying to eventually get set up where I actually have an office dedicated. I mean, this office is dedicated, but it's piggybacking between my volunteer duties and what I'm also doing as far as these breaks. But what I eventually want to do is I want to get a separate office where I can put some stuff in the background, Orioles, Ravens, that sort of thing, and also get a couple of cameras where I can try and filter in some different aspects of it. So, guys, let me set this pin right here. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, that fan nearly took that one off. So right off the bat, red and yellow Riley Cooper, Philadelphia Eagles. Good Lord. See, since I changed the monitor, I got that fan right there. And these cards that I'm tossing to the side, they're just literally clearing the desk. Okay, Deshaun Jackson, hands team for the Redskins. Okay, red and yellow Zach Mettenberger for the Titans. So first hit for Carey. Fresh faces, Mike Glennon, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, she doesn't like my Razzes. Okay, Mike Evans, rookie for the Buccaneers. He's no longer a rookie. We're getting ready to go into that 2015 season. Matthew Stafford for the Lions. Okay, our first Believe the Hype, and that's Clowney for the Texans. So you got some of these cards right side up and the other cards all upside down. Jalen Saunders out of 75 for the Jets. And underneath him, Julio Jones for the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, and that's the orange. Okay, we got our first class ring. Blake Bortles for the Jags. Okay, our first auto for the Falcons. Yawan Smallwood, base auto. Okay, green and yellow for the Packers. Eddie Lacy. Okay, we got our first intro. Alex Smith of the Chiefs. Okay, the X-Fractor out of 125. Jimmy Graham for the Saints. Okay, it seems to be like we're pulling a bunch of these Atlanta Falcons so far. So, Air Marshal, Matt Ryan. Okay, we got another auto coming up. This time it's colored. Carey. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let it stand for itself. Out of 50. Okay, to Believe the Hype, A.J. McCarron for the Bengals. And this is the refractor version. Okay, set you right there. Okay, our next Believe the Hype, Mr. Carr for the Raiders. Okay. Jeff Janis, Green Bay Packers, green and yellow. Double hit pack, Marquise Lee for the Jags. That was the fresh faces. And then Stephen Ridley for the Patriots. It's the orange parallel. Wes Welker for the Broncos. And that, my friends, finishes off box 1. No Seahawks. Moncrief out of 50, and then a base auto Yarwood, or excuse me, Smallwood for the Falcons. I want to see some tie-dyes, I want to see some golds, and I want to see them autographed. Okay. So if anybody wants that Deshaun Jackson's hands teams, let me know. Thanks, John. Yeah, some of these die cut inserts, I mean, they're just all over the place. You'll take it? Okay. Sit that right there. Let me make note because I'm old. Hey, Kerry, we'll see if there's another one that pops up and if he wants to do the same. But the from my screen, I've got Nick first with the interest. Okay. Okay. Okay, box number 2. Let's do this. Okay, starting off with, and it looks like these are upside down again. Okay, for the Cowboys, Tony Romo. Okay, we got our first autograph for this box, and it's Jarrett Aberderis. Okay, and that is serial numbered out of 100. Okay, so the Green Bay Packers pop in there. Okay, Mr. Ray Lewis. That's the refractor version of the intros. So the Ravens pop in there. Don't see too many Ravens hits. Okay, Jimmy Graham of the Saints intro. Okay, red and yellow, Lewis Nix for the Texans. Our next fresh faces, ODB for the Giants. Okay, base Prizm is Michael Sam of the Rams, followed by Fred Biletnikoff for the Raiders. Okay, oh, wow. Okay, Earl Campbell for the Oilers. Got our first tie-dye out of this case. Caught me off guard because I didn't even see the colors peeking out at me. But Dwayne Bowie for the Chiefs. It's serial number 2 out of 25. I was hoping it was autoed when I seen it. Once I realized what it was. Our next hands team, Andre Johnson for the Texans. I'm trying to make up people's names now. Okay, for the Broncos, DeMarcus Ware. That one's out of 99. Okay, in our next auto, I was just saying how we don't pull too many Ravens. There's Michael Campanaro. Okay, and that one's serial numbered out of 100. Double hit pack. First one was the intro, Brandon Marshall for the Bears. And then Mr. Elway, Broncos, red and yellow. Get these bad boys sleeved real quick. Oops. It's the large sleeves. Okay, let's keep this going, guys. Jalen Saunders for the Jets, green and yellow. Mr. Watkins for the Bills, fresh faces. Old school, Shannon Sharp for the Broncos. For the Jags, Toby Gerhart, green and yellow. Okay, for the 49ers, Anquan Bolden, hands team. Now this is a nice one. Out of 125. And it missed everybody's jersey number. Legion of Boom, Seattle Seahawks. 14 out of 125, the X-Fractor. And we got our first card to be randomized. Emmitt Smith of the Cowboys, Walter Payton, the great from the Bears. Okay. Oh yeah, you were that funny looking guy that was asking about those Seahawks earlier. You know what? For that Legion of Boom card though, I have not seen many of those parallels. I think I pulled one or two of the base, and I think I pulled a green and yellow. But I think that's the first one that I pulled that was serial numbered. I would love to see that particular card in a tie-dye though. Yeah, I think that was one of your first breaks with me, Poppy. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this box 3. Okay, back-to-back hits. First one was Andy Dalton of the Bengals. There you go, Nick. You probably got, I think you've got a couple of these already from me, though. Franco Harris of the Steelers. Okay, for the Raiders, Greg Little, green and yellow. Okay, hands team for the Lions, Calvin Johnson. Okay, red and yellow NFL. This is out of 75, and that's Eddie Lacy. And just missed his jersey number. It's 28 out of 75, and of course he wears 27. Just missed it. Okay. Air Marshals. This time it's Cam Newton for the Panthers. Our next auto is a base auto for Aaron Murray of the Chiefs. Okay. Blake Bortles, Jaguars. Okay. Next intro, and it's a double hit pack. Cam Newton of the Panthers, and then John Riggins, orange of the Redskins. Another one we ain't seen in a couple of breaks is some gold. I think we got 3 golds out of a case like 2 breaks ago. Calvin Pryor, orange out of the Jets. Next auto's coming up. But before that, we got another ODB, Fresh Faces. Okay, for the Minnesota Vikings, Anthony Barr, and that's serial numbered out of 50. Okay. Whoever's got the Vikings, there's a, I don't know if you can see it or not. If you look right here, and I'm going to try and tilt it up, you can see just a hint where it's lifted. And then the corner, this, let's see, this corner right here. So I'm going to send you a UPC from the Panini box, and I'm going to send you a wrapper. Okay, but we don't get too many damaged cards from Panini, but it does happen. Okay. Okay. Fresh Faces, Khalil Mack for the Raiders. And that's the refracted version. Okay, Ben Roethlisberger intro, Steelers. Oops. These cards are upside down and back and forth and whatnot. Green and yellow, Jerick McKinnon for the Vikings. And then Mike Evans, Fresh Faces for the Bucks. Oops. Starting to show that like it's a hit. There's a Kevin Norwood base. You want me to sign it for you? I mean, just let me know. I keep my Sharpie handy. Okay, Trey Mason for the Rams. Art Monk. I think that's the first one I pulled for you, John. That's the refracted version. Okay, Believe the Hype. This time it's Tom Savage for the Texans. Then we got the X-Fractor, Alshon Jeffrey out of 125 for the Bears. Followed up by Jonathan Stewart for the Panthers, and that's the orange. Okay, our next one that's going to have to be randomized, Brett Favre of the Vikings and Dan Marino for the Dolphins. Hey, Sergeant Walker, that'd be like trying to get a signature on an NCOER or something, right? Before they started using our cat cards to sign it? Boy, I'm glad I don't have to write those things anymore. But ow, box 4. Hey, a little odd piece of trivia for you, Walker. Um, I know you and me talked about your fire before, and you're trying to rebuild a collection. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody, especially since nowadays everything's serial numbered and everything else. Anyway, a buddy of mine contacted me from Germany, and he's in a band over there. And of course, one of the things I do besides sports cards and be a retired bum is mess around with music, and a lot of it European rock and metal. Um, Anywho, he contacted me. He plays bass guitar for a band over there. One of the first things he did besides catching up with me was, wow, this first pack actually had 5 cards in it. Okay. No hit insert, but it was 5 cards. Anyway, going back to what I was saying though, is he requested I send him a hoodie for the Seattle Seahawks. So I did that for him recently. Well, that makes sense. This is Keenan Allen intro for the Chargers. The next pack actually had 3 cards. So that made a lot of sense. Okay, Derek Carr. He's been on fire the last bit. Anyway, we pulled a auto out of his at the first half of the case, and I pulled that 1-of-1 glove of his out of the Supreme tonight. Anyway, that's the orange for the Raiders. Okay, Cutler for the Bears. Okay, double hit pack. Blake Bortles of the Jags, followed by Larry Fitzgerald of the Cards. Green and yellow, Jimmy Graham of the Saints. Okay, Johnny Manziel, Believe the Hype die cut. Double hit pack, the first one out of 99 for the Raiders, Fred Biletnikoff. Underneath that, there's another one for you, John. Alfred Morse, Redskins. Okay, Fresh Faces, Bishop Sankey for the Titans. Got an auto coming up. Okay, CJ Fedorowicz out of 350 for the Texans. Mr. Rehab, Johnny Manziel, red and yellow for the Browns. Okay, 49ers, Anquan Bolden, Handstein. Another Redskins, this time it's Cody Hoffman, green and yellow. Double hit pack, first one's Saints, Drew Brees. Okay, and underneath that, Ben Roethlisberger, orange for the Steelers. And then Aaron Donald for the Rams. Hey guys, AC Bickford's asking if I ever pulled a Finette. You guys, is there anybody in the room that can tell him about the one I pulled? Green and yellow for the Titans, Jake Locker. Double hit pack. First one's Cam Newton for the Panthers. And then red and yellow, Jason Witten for the Cowboys. Okay. Just trying to take a sneak peek here. Out of 125, Lance Allworth for the Chargers. I was hoping it was auto. That's why I was doing that. Okay, Teddy Bridgewater, fresh faces for the Vikings. Okay, and then in the last pack, we pulled the last auto. Okay, Ed Reynolds, X-Fractor out of 50 Philadelphia Eagles represented right there. Okay, I guess nobody in the room was there when I pulled it. I pulled a Johnny Manziel 1/1 Black Finette on a Saturday night. Turned around 2 days later on a Monday night break. Pulled a 1/1 Rivet Swoosh redemption card for Johnny Manziel out of Top Strata. So I pulled 2 Johnny Manziel 1/1s within 3 days. And it seems like every time you turn around, I'm popping in a nice relic of his or an auto. But if I'm trying to think, Bickford, I thought you broke with me before. I was going to say, if you were in my group, because I know I've sent links out, but if you were in my group, you'd see a picture of the Johnny Manziel. You just had to look at my photos. No, Wanderer's talking about Roethlisberger. I know he's not talking about Manziel. Okay, guys, box number 5. Okay. Starting right off with the Bears intro, Brandon Marshall. Yeah, these are mixed up too. Red and yellow, Jason Merle for the Jets. Giovanni Bernard, fresh faces for the Bengals. Greg Robinson for the Rams. Roddy White for the Falcons. Okay, Demarius Thomas, Broncos, hands team. And underneath that, Earl Campbell, red and yellow. Then for the Panthers, Greg Olsen. That's out of 99. So Panthers got a nice parallel there. Okay. For the Bears, Jay Cutler. Seems like we've seen that one somewhere before. Okay, our first auto. Now, I think this is the first time we pulled this guy. LaMarcus Joyner out of 75 for the Rams. And you guys have to... Yeah, I think that's the first time we pulled one of his. Mike Evans for the Buccaneers. And I believe that's the variation pose on that. Okay, Jonathan Stewart for the Panthers. Okay, we got an NFL card coming up. Okay, Antonio Brown hands team for the Steelers. Warren Moon, NFL parallel out of 75. Okay, Air Marshals, Drew Brees for the Saints. Okay, how much you love me, Nick? Oh, wow. Nick, seriously, how much do you love me? How about Dree Archer for the Steelers? And Antonio Brown, the Steelers. But anyway, one out of 15, Dree Archer. So very low number card and the very first one. No, it's not Martavis Bryant. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Jason Witten for the Cowboys, red and yellow. Okay, Keenan Allen, parallel for the Chargers. Okay, Calvin Johnson for the Lions. Oh, I hate when the light does that. Looks like we got two back-to-back oranges. But the last time we had something like that, one of them was an orange and the other was the gold. Anyway, the first orange is Allen Robinson of the Jags, and then the second one, Andre Roberts for the Redskins. Both of them are the oranges. Difference being the gold is serial numbered out of 10. Okay, Eric Ebron, fresh faces for the Lions. And then the last one for this box, Kyle Rudolph for the Vikings. Yeah, I was... To carry? Okay. Okay, so I made note of that for you. Yeah, Warren Moon was Oilers, but remember the Oilers became the team, actually became the Texans. Actually, the Oilers moved to to Tennessee to become the Titans. And then as soon as Houston picked up another team, they became the Texans. But since Warren Moon didn't move with them, I'm going with the Texans on that. Oh yeah, yeah. Thanks, guys. Um, I got wrapped up talking about the Dree Archer auto and everything else. Guys, give me your choices who the last auto will be. If you're new to my breaks, give me a guess who you think the last auto will be out of this box. There will be 2 autos. Should be 2 autos. Okay? If it turns out to be your pick, you will get a $25 credit to one of my future breaks. Okay? I need a name of a player, not the name of the team. Okay? Anywho, this is a progressive pot promo, so if somebody wins it tonight, the promo will go back to $5. I've been doing it now for a few weeks, and it's gone from $5 all the way up to $25. So, hopefully somebody's got the good hand tonight. Yep, I got your Carey, got your Roby. Who's the other name I seen? Thought there was another one. Okay, so I got the Kadeem Carey Seahawks. Or excuse me, Kadeem Carey, Roby Carey, Norwood. Okay, got it. Go on, guys. There's 13 of you in the room. Terrence West. Good. 13 of you in your room. I got 4 guesses. Trey Mason. Okay, Sergeant Walker, it's 1 guess per person. Okay, so who do you want? You want Trey Mason? You want Norwood? Okay, you got Watkins. ODB. Bishop Sankey for the Titans. Gotcha. Let's see. I think I got these upside down. Let me go at it like this. Okay. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a couple more moments. Okay, again, Kadeem Carey. Norwood, Terrence West, Bradley Roby, Watkins, ODB. Yeah, I saw yours. You had Terrence West. Bishop Sankey. Anthony Barr. Okay, so we're going to stop right there and go through. Okay. Derek Carr. Class ring for the Raiders. I'm still going through the last box. It was probably in there, but you probably just scared it out of that last box, Nick. Okay. First auto. Green Bay Packers, Rajon Neal. Nobody called that one, and it wasn't the last auto anyway. So that just means everybody's still in the game. Mike Evans. Okay, remember that other one I showed you. So one of those is the variation. Red and yellow for the Cardinals. Mike Warner or Kurt Warner. Okay, Tom Brady for the Patriots. Okay, Jake Matthews, Atlanta Falcons, orange. Hey, fresh faces, Mike Evans. Okay, Matt Schaub for the Raiders. Okay, Jacquizz Rodgers for the Atlanta Falcons, green and yellow. Aaron Murray, believe the hype for the Chiefs. Okay, Jared Allen out of 75 for the Chicago Bears. That's the NFL parallel. Underneath that is another Jacquizz Rodgers, but this time it's the red and yellow, not the green and yellow. Oops. Matthew Stafford, the Lions. Got a blue. And guys, we are still at $25 unless there's a third auto. Josh Huff, Philadelphia Eagles, out of 50. Okay, and we were just talking about this guy right here. These are 1 in 320 packs. It's Clash Ring Parallel, Johnny Manziel for the Browns. Hands team, Alshon Jeffrey for the Bears. Okay. Tom Savage, orange for the Texans. Khalil Mack for the Raiders, fresh faces. Another orange. Phillip Rivers for the Chargers. Cyrus Kouandangio for the Bills. Guys, we got a tie-dye. And it's not autoed. Clay Matthews, Green Bay Packers. Jason Morrow, tie-dye. Non-auto, 20 out of 25 for the Jets. So we pulled 2 tie-dyes tonight. Sammy Watkins, believe the hype for the Bills. And then our last insert for tonight for the Vikings. Kyle Rudolph out of 125. Okay, guys. That wraps up the breaks for tonight. Let me go ahead and show this real quick. Okay. Obviously, we got a lot of parallels and different die cut inserts and whatnot, but we got 2 tie-dyes. Dwayne Bowe, the Chiefs. And Jason Morrow of the Jets, both of them serial numbered out of 25. Anthony Barr out of 50 for the Vikings. Josh Huff out of 50 for the Eagles. Rajon Neal out of 100. Yeah, out of 100 for Green Bay Packers. Dree Archer, the first card out of 15 for the Steelers. LaMarcus Joyner for the Rams, and that was out of 75. Ed Reynolds out of 50 for the Eagles. So the Eagles did pretty good tonight. Texans, C.J. Federwitz out of 350. Aaron Murray base. Jarrett Abbrederis out of 100 for the Green Bay Packers. The Vikings showed up, or not the Vikings. I saw purplish blue. The Ravens, Michael Campanaro out of 100. Boy, I don't believe I did that. And that's my team too. Dante Moncrief out of 50 for the Colts. And then the first one was Yarwin Smallwood for the Vikings base. Okay, so guys, I appreciate it. If you guys stick around, I'll go ahead and knock out these two. There was no, like I predicted, there was no Panini points. But I do have these two head-to-head base cards. So if you guys stick around, I can go ahead and do that. If not, you just view YouTube later and you'll see it. Give me a moment to set that up. Okay, this link here, I got it booting up now, but that's the link that's going to be for my Ustream portion for the random. Okay, so guys, come on board. If not, you can hear the play-by-play verbal from me while we go along. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. It's almost 11:45 anyway. Okay, so good evening. My name is Mark Ball. I'm VetSports on eBay.com. Tonight we finished the second half of the Panini Prizm case break. Inside that we got two of the greatest all-time head-to-heads. Okay, the first one, Dan Marino of the Dolphins, Brett Favre of the Green Bay Packers. And the second one, Emmitt Smith of the Cowboys and Walter Payton of the Chicago Bears. So those two are going to have to be randomized. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and conduct that. We did not receive any Panini points out of this half, so first half snagged those. Let me go ahead and my screen share real quick. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is go to my dice roll. We got a 7. Okay, so 7 up there. The time is now 11:43 p.m. Eastern Time. This is still the 26th of July, at least for a few more minutes. Okay, so again, 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th and final time, this is the Dolphins and the Packers. Packers got it. Okay. Second one, the Cowboys and Bears. Again, 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Cowboys got that one. So Packers and Cowboys got the randoms tonight. Okay, let me hit stop sharing. Okay, guys, appreciate everything with the break, and that's how the random rolls.